If you're wondering which USB-C monitors are worth your money, stick around. After we run through each product, I'll give you my personal take. Would I buy it or would I skip it? No fluff, just my honest opinion. Let's get into it. Dell S2725QC. This thing is the ultimate budget flex, giving you a crisp 4000 resolution at 120 Hz that actually charges your laptop with 65 watts of power so you can stop living in a cable-infested nightmare. It looks great, but don't try to play competitive shooters on it because the motion handling is slower than my grandmother trying to use an iPad. Would I buy it? Yes. It is the perfect middle ground for people who want to look professional on Zoom calls while secretly being too cheap to buy the ultra-sharp version. Dell U2723QE. This monitor is the king of contrast with that IPS black tech that actually makes blacks look like blacks instead of a depressing dark gray puddle. While the 90 watts of USB-C power delivery is a total unit, the 60 Hz refresh rate feels like you're scrolling through molasses compared to its faster siblings. Would I buy it? Maybe. Only if your life revolves around spreadsheets and color grading your cat's Instagram photos rather than actually needing smooth motion. Dell U425QE. This absolute unit of a 5000 resolution curved beast is so wide you'll literally need a neck brace just to see your start menu. But the 140 watts of Thunderbolt power means it could probably jumpstart a dead Tesla. It is basically a productivity god, though the price tag will make your bank account file for divorce, and the 120 Hz refresh rate is almost too much power for a screen this massive. Would I buy it? Yes, because I have no self-control, and I need enough screen real estate to watch 4 different streams while pretending to work. Asus ROG Strix XG27JCG. This monitor is basically a caffeine addiction in physical form, rocking a disgusting 160 Hz refresh rate that makes every other screen on this list look like a slideshow. It has USB-C connectivity for your modern gear, but the contrast is pretty mid and the gamer aesthetic makes it look like it was designed by a teenager who just discovered RGB for the first time. Would I buy it? No. Because unless you are Sweatlord gaming 24/7, the Dell options offer way more utility for a desk that doesn't look like a spaceship cockpit. BenQ Mobius X321UX. This beast brings 1152 local dimming zones to the party so your HDR content actually pops harder than a bag of popcorn in a microwave. It handles 144 Hz like a champ and includes a remote so you don't have to reach over your desk like a peasant, but the 65-watt USB-C charging is honestly a bit disrespectful for a monitor this expensive. Would I buy it? Yes, it is the final boss of monitors if you want the best of both worlds, even if BenQ decided to be stingy with the power delivery. Asus ProArt Display PA329CV. This 32-inch 4K beast delivers a solid 90 watts of power through the Universal Serial Bus C port, which is great because it basically doubles as a space heater with that aggressive matte anti-glare coating that makes light sources look like a white haze from hell. It's got factory calibration so accurate it'll make your neighbor's monitor look like a potato, but have fun manually switching inputs every single time you plug something in because automatic detection apparently wasn't in the budget. Would I buy it? Yes, because 90 watts of charging and a free desk clamp mean I can finally stop living in a nest of tangled cables. LG 34WK95U. This ultra-wide beauty gives you a 5K 2K resolution that is wider than my appetite at a buffet, though the 85 watts of power delivery is just a tiny bit stingy compared to the newer kids on the block. The image quality from the nano and plane switching panel is straight up gorgeous, but some units have more backlight bleed than a cheap horror movie, and don't even get me started on the fact that only the Universal Serial Bus C port actually supports the full resolution. Would I buy it? Maybe, if I'm feeling productive enough to actually use 33% more screen real estate and rich enough to ignore the potential quality control lottery. Asus ProArt Display PA27JCV. We are stepping up to 5K resolution on a 27-inch panel, which is like packing a whole theater into a shoebox. And it even pumps out 96 watts of juice to keep your laptop from dying while you obsess over pixels. It is basically the overachieving sibling of the PA329CV. But it still suffers from that 60 Hz refresh rate, which feels like watching a slideshow if you're used to anything faster. Would I buy it? Yes, because 218 pixels per inch is so sharp I might actually be able to see my own failures in high definition. Samsung M90SF. This smart monitor thinks it is a television and comes with a remote and a 12-megapixel webcam that's probably higher quality than my actual eyesight, all while pushing 90 watts through the Universal Serial Bus C port. The organic light-emitting diode panel has contrast levels so deep they're practically bottomless, yet the Universal Serial Bus A ports are stuck in the Stone Age with 2.0 speeds that make data transfers feel like they're moving through molasses. Would I buy it? No, because I want a monitor for work, not a needy television that requires its own remote just to change the damn brightness. Dell Ultra Sharp U4924DW. This 49-inch super ultra-wide is so big you'll need a neck brace just to see the clock, but it's a productivity god with a built-in hub that delivers 90 watts and even has an Ethernet port. It uses in-plane switching black technology for better contrast than your average office screen, but the 60 Hz limit and massive price tag will make your wallet scream louder than a banshee. Would I buy it? Yes, because replacing two monitors with one giant curved slab of glass makes me feel like I'm piloting a spaceship, even if I'm just looking at spreadsheets. LG 27MD5KLB. This panel is basically the OG king of Mac displays with 5120 by 2880 pixels, but the build quality feels like LG found the cheapest plastic in the bin, and the speakers sound like they are underwater. You get 3 downstream universal serial bus Type-C ports and a 94-watt power delivery, though it is so old now that it literally does not even have a power button, which is just straight up lazy. Would I buy it? Maybe, but only if you find it at a thrift store because the Apple version is prettier and this thing has the aesthetics of a 2010 office cubicle. Philips 499P9H. This absolute unit is wider than a city bus and features a pop-up webcam that makes you look like a secret agent, but the 65-watt power delivery is too weak to charge a modern laptop under load. It is basically 2 monitors glued together with a built-in keyboard video mouse switch. Although the vertical resolution is so short, you will be scrolling until your fingers bleed. Would I buy it? Yes, because having that much screen real estate makes me feel like I am hacking the mainframe even when I am just checking emails. Apple Studio Display. The image quality is crisp enough to see the regret in your own eyes, and the 96-watt charging is great, but charging $2,000 for a stand that tilts is the most Apple move in history. The 6-speaker system actually slaps, yet the universal serial bus Type-C ports on the back are just for peripherals, meaning you cannot even plug in a game console without a mental breakdown. Would I buy it? Yes, because I am a total slave to the ecosystem, and that aluminum finish looks way better than the plastic LG trash. LG 32U990AS. This is the world's first 6:144 by 3456 resolution monitor with Thunderbolt 5, making it a total beast for bandwidth. But the 60 Hz refresh rate in 2026 feels like driving a Ferrari with a speed limiter. It has a ridiculous 2000:1 contrast ratio, thanks to the nano in-plane switching black tech, though for $2,000, you would think they could include a webcam that does not look like a potato. Would I buy it? No, because while 6K is cool, I would rather keep my kidney than pay $2,000 for a glorified office screen. ViewSonic VP2788 5K. This 5K display is the budget-friendly alternative to the Apple tax, giving you Thunderbolt 4 and 100-watt power delivery while maintaining 218 pixels per inch. It has great color accuracy for pros, but the external power brick is the size of a literal toaster, and the 5-watt speakers are basically useless for anything other than system pings. Would I buy it? Yes, because it offers the same retina sharpness as the Studio display for way less cash, and I actually like having money left for food. LG 45 GX95Z AB. This absolute unit of a 5200 by 2160 pixel OLED is wider than my last 3 relationships combined and features a dual mode that lets you swap between 165 Hz for work and a sweaty 330 Hz for gaming. While the 90-watt universal serial bus Type-C charging is clutch for your laptop, the extreme curve might actually make your straight lines look like they have scoliosis. Would I buy it? Yes, because having a massive OLED screen that doubles as a curved mirror for my ego is exactly what my desk setup needs. BenQ PD2730S. This 5K beauty is like the nerdy overachiever of monitors with its built-in Thunderbolt 4 daisy chaining and a dedicated puck controller that makes me feel like I am playing air traffic control with my color settings. It delivers 90 watts of power through the universal serial bus Type-C port so your MacBook doesn't die while you are procrastinating. But the chunky bottom bezel reminds me of a double chin I am trying to hide. Would I buy it? Maybe, because while the colors are more accurate than my life choices, paying over $1,000 for a 27-inch screen feels like buying a very expensive window. Apple Pro Display XDR. This 6K masterpiece has enough brightness to melt your retinas at 1600 nits and looks so premium it makes my entire office feel like a dumpster fire by comparison. It only has 3 downstream universal serial bus Type-C ports and charges at 96 watts. But charging an extra grand for a literal metal stand is the biggest flex in tech history. Would I buy it? No. because unless I suddenly become a billionaire or start laundering money, I cannot justify spending $5,000 on a screen that doesn't even come with a way to hold itself up. Samsung Viewfinity S9. This matte 5K display is basically the Samsung version of the Apple Studio display, but with a free webcam that actually follows your face and a matte finish that kills reflections better than my therapist kills my mood. It packs Thunderbolt 4 with 90 watts of power delivery, but the menus are so slow and clunky they make a 90-year-old on a dial-up connection look like a speed demon. Would I buy it? Yes, because it gives me that sweet 5K resolution and a bunch of universal serial bus Type-C ports for way less money than the Apple tax requires. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you pick the USB-C monitors for you. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Links to all of these products mentioned in this video will be in the description.